What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of Dead State. I'm happy to have you here today, and I'm going to go back to the Grove, I guess. I thought that might take longer than it actually did, and so we might as well get some apples out of this so that we bring home some food with us. We didn't have the best scavenging run today. Today was a run, 25 apples. Well, that turns it around a little bit. I'm actually not disappointed with that result. That's a decent result. 25 apples is enough to last us. I think each apple has 1.0 food value. So when you stock it, that's almost a half day's worth of food just from stopping at that node. That's going to work out pretty well for us. Yeah, we brought back 30 food. I mean, it was kind of one of those days where I unfortunately just wander the roads and look for anything to do. I wish that you could find updated maps and things around that would allow you to unlock multiple locations at the same time, because some of these scouting runs, very, very time consuming, and at the same time, they aren't very lucrative. Let's go to the shelter storage. Today we were going to have some fun and essentially just stock up the things that we got. In the previous episode, we got into another big shootout with yet another group of survivalists. The guys are nasty. The guys are real nasty and hard to deal with. Now, today we lost a little bit of time just because we were out traveling. The fence will be done at this point, I think. Yeah, there it is. That's looking a lot more reinforced. That's got like a Road Warrior vibe going on. And I think that Vic should enjoy the fact that we finished that today. Now, I don't know how many parts we have left, and in fact, it might be worth investigating. We have 42 parts. So we have 42 parts. I think that whatever we do next, it should be something that produces more parts, if we can do that, because our part supply is going to be very, very thin over the next couple days, because I need to wander around and just find new locations. And if I don't do that, then we're just going to be kind of hosed. Now, over here, we've got ourselves... Hey, somebody moved up from content to good. Fantastic. Or we got another, maybe Nathan. We got another survivor in the previous episode too. So we got almost enough food to make it today. We did 49, so we lost a little bit of food today, I think. Oh no, we consumed less food. Oh, I took that buff. That's right. So when we leveled up our negotiation, I took that buff that made us use less food. So that's good. A number of good things happened today, though. I've been really glad about the way the game's been going. Hi there, I was just walking around your yard and I noticed that y'all got a stable here. Probably could use a bit of work, but have you considered finding yourself some horses? I'm real good with horses. Been raising them since I was about as high as a foal's snout. Y'all get some horses and I can take care of them. And show you through a thing or two about riding. Don't horses need a lot of space? Not for sleeping, but if you take them out enough, they'll get all the exercise they need. They would get a lot of use, so where do we get them? Here, I drew you a map from memory of a farm we used to go to near Junction. They had all kinds of veggies planted and a whole mess of horses out in the back. I bet they still got them. Alright, I'll check it out. Bless you. I hope that Mr. Miller's still alive, and I liked him. He had funny pictures of girls hugging in their bathing suits in his trailer. I guess he liked the beach a lot. I guess we'll find out. Thanks, Priscilla. The fence is looking pretty sturdy. I wasn't sure you were going to come through, honestly, but I'm glad to see it get done, and I appreciate the effort. Anyhow, I'm going to go have a smoke before the day creeps up on me. See ya. Hey, Tweedle time. Look, there's no easy way for me to say this, but please don't take Karen out in the field. I know it's a lot to ask, but she's, he pauses a moment, obviously emotional. She's all I have. Take me out instead, please. Let's see here. I never took her out. Alright, well, I'll do my best not to take her out again. Good, thank you. He blows out a long breath of relief and shakes his head. You have no idea what this means to me. As of this morning, I am locked in a battle with the flu. All I need is a day to sink my fever away. Mine's over. Achoo! Don't take that as a sign of weakness. I want it to think it's winning. Alright, well. I really needed your help. Guess you'll have to make it up to me tomorrow. As the smartest person here, I know how crippling it will be to have to function without me, which is why I expect to wrap up this cold nonsense hastily. He shuffles off. Alright, well, whatever. We're good. Everything's looking stellar right now. I like how beds start to fill it, too, as you get more and more people, although they kind of just, like, stand around randomly. I don't know. Not really sure. We need to find some parts, and we're probably going to go after those horses, too, because we could really use a way to get around faster. If we could explore a little bit quicker, I'd be happy about it. So Doug is out. That means I need somebody new on guard duty, but let's start out with the important stuff here. We need to make ourselves, honestly, just about anything. Allows the player to modify and fix cars, begin building a transport vehicle. Doesn't seem like a bad plan. Mechanical skill. Actually, I may go for that right there, the recycler, because as I said, unless we get something that can produce parts for us, there's not going to be a whole lot of parts in our future for right now. So maybe we need him to be the English teacher. There we go. We'll have him be an English teacher. With Michiru, she can't do anything until we teach her more English. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it is a real thing. She's got 5 range, 3 melee, 6 mechanical. She's actually useful for a number of tasks. So we need 42 parts to get this done. Let's go for it. So we're going to start with the recycler here. I think we're going to take Priscilla. We'll throw her on the recycler as well. This shouldn't take too long. Melina Guzman, welcome to the recycler. Oscar, you will help out as well. I mean, hell, if we could get this down to 24, actually, we could start out with multiple other things, too, if we wanted to. I mean, we got the recycler down to 15 hours. That really sort of doesn't mean that we need to bring anybody else. We could start working with other stuff. I mean, we could use people to do, like, maintenance and things like that. So, there we go, maintenance. Anita Cass, we can have her on guard duty. Put Joel on guard duty. Renee can be on custodial duty. I mean, that's fine. We'll get a bunch of extra morale today for it. I don't need everybody working on this like crazy, though, so it should be alright. I should have started Ryan off on that thing earlier, but I guess I messed it up. I didn't realize it was a job that I was going to swap in. I thought he just kind of like did it because we had the dictionary. Is everybody good? Alright, if we're good, let's go ahead and get on out of here. Today we're going to see if we can find ourselves some horse fodder. Definitely get our Mongol on and see if maybe we can find ourselves some decent hoofed friends. How far away is this thing? It said it was down by... How did I miss that? I must have walked by that like 12.5 times. I wonder if it's an event, like you can't go in there until you actually get to the part with Priscilla. I don't know, though. If this works out for us, we're going to be in really, really, really good shape. I don't know how much food a horse is going to take to keep fed. I would assume it'd be quite a bit. That's a big animal. But we'll just have a look around for right now. Looks like there was a collision over here. Police car. It's weird, but it's not letting me. Okay, so the camera angle's just odd. Let's get started. Some cigarettes up in the cop car. Let's see if we can get this wreck car all looted up. Everything we can bring back today, because I think this is obviously going to be our only excursion. I don't think we can make it much further. My guess is that we're going to have to fight somebody for the horses. Horses tend to be a real big deal. Everybody reload. Yeah, I need you guys to be strapped right now in case we need it. And then I'll set the weapons as active too so that we don't lose the AP on the first turn. Just in case we gotta regulate it. It could happen. Well, no horses just yet. Medical supplies. Not what I keep in a barn, but alright. Got a couple little bug sprays and things right there. Some construction supplies. Another cement mix. Yep, and there went all of his weight. That cement mix. I'll tell you what. Alright, so let's go and check the stables real fast. You approach the stable and hear a gentle whickering and see 4 healthy-looking horses approach the gates of their stalls, looking at you curiously. One of the horses shakes his mane as if eager to be let out. The horses seem eager to come with you and appear well-trained. As long as you keep them fed, you should be able to ride them to your destination. Good, horsies. Stay. Whoa, horsey. Hi-ho. We have to name at least one Silver, and then we can name the other one Hi-ho. I don't know. Name the horse after her mother. No, I think we'll have... Yeah, it looks like there's not much else here. It looks like this is kind of like one of those one-stop shopping type deals where you grab one useful thing and then head off down the old dusty trail. Let's find out how fast these things will move. I'm curious to see. So are we on the horses right now? I can't tell if we're on the horses at the moment or if it's just like... I figure since we're out here, we might as well like run around and see what we can accomplish. See how deep out into the boonies, how much trouble we can get into. Cut across over here for any events we might see. Nothing to be spoken for as of yet. Ah, the US 83 rest stop. Let's have a look. I doubt there'd be anything right here. If you're not from the United States, essentially there's like these government mandate. I assume they have them in other countries too. There's like these government maintained like rest spots where like tourists and people with guides and things can stop. Oh, this is just a stop and rob. Okay, never mind. There's rest stops. They're for truckers mostly, is what they're actually for. And so every now and again when you're driving through the middle of nowhere, you'll find like these... Every now and again, as I was saying, you'll find like these locations that look just like this. It'll be just like a couple restaurants, like 5 or 6 restaurants, a Quickie Mart, and 4 or 5 gas stations out in the middle of nowhere. Like seriously, like 50 miles from the nearest town. Where the people live that work at these places? Not really sure. I assume they actually just have trailers or something. Anyways, it sounds like there's survivalists around, so let's be real careful about this one. I want to mess around and get myself clicked here. I would prefer to avoid that as a oh, there's a tent in the back. Why would you pitch a tent in the back room? I don't know. I would prefer to keep getting shot as a non-consequence of our action here. It doesn't look like, I don't know. Every time I see a survivalist, they try and murder me, so I'm trying to take this slow. Make sure that things work out the way I need them to. We got some cleavers, alright. Get some parts out of that. Definitely recycle those things. So if we're making the recycler from now on, I'm actually going to pick up everything while we run around. Everything from machetes to whatever else, and we'll just start destroying things in order to make our quota for the day, I guess. I don't like to think about it that way, but ultimately there's like a certain amount of things that we have to bring back with us each and every day. And if we don't, then we end up in a weird situation. That's a nice bathroom. Usually rest stop bathrooms are not this nice. There's also the other thing that I was talking about is there's government maintained. It's basically like this bathroom right here, and there'll be some soda machines out in the front of it and some snack machines and some light like microwavable food type things. And then there'll be a bunch of tables. But typically the government run ones are just this building right here and like a bunch of tables next to them, and somebody comes by like twice a day to check on it or something, I guess. I don't know. I assume they have a ranger or somebody that comes through and checks on them, but those are out in the middle of nowhere too. Alright, well, I don't know what we're up against for right now. I'm a little bit nervous about this whole thing. Not interested in getting any major fights right now, but it might happen. You never know in these situations with the coffee maker. Okay, a little bit more coffee. Still, the entire area appears to be fairly picked clean. I'm thinking we may have to deal with whoever's over here first. Let's take a look. So we got looter sentries over there. Where are the survivalists? I don't think they're interested in talking since it has me being able to shoot at them. It looks like it's just a couple survivalists and a bunch of looters, so that's actually not so terrible. As long as we can focus fire the looter captain in the center down. Looks like he's rocking a pump shotty. For a second, when it was further out, I thought he had some kind of scoped rifle. And I was like, I bet that's what the challenge is going to be. You got to fight with him. And his looter guys are going to run out on you, and they're going to block your pass. And as you try and get in here, he's going to be sniping you the whole time. I'm like, yeah, that'd be an interesting idea for a fight. Definitely one of the more irritating fights you could get into. Let's check the Quickie Mart first. I don't care about these dudes. We'll do the fight at the end. Alright, some mayo and what looked like some salsa or some chili up in the cupboard. Got a little bit more over here. There may not be a ton left, but I think we'll be able to help out at least a little bit with our supplies. The horses are the big score of the day. There's a tent in the back room with a spud and a couple other little things. Alright. Let's think about how we're going to do this. This might get a little bit iffy over here. I may try and kick down this door first. It might be safer that way. Everybody keep up with me for right now. Y'all got your guns out. Everybody's ready to go. Dumpster out in the back. Let's get some parts from there. Alright. Check the inside of the building and see if maybe we got a better attack vector over here. And I think we might. Up until like some of this ish goes wrong, I think we'll be okay. There we go. Let's get the crazed looter as best as we can. He's already taken 2 strikes. Not bad. It's not 3 strikes, but it'll do. I'm going to have her back over here to just heal anybody that gets wounded. On this side, unfortunately, I'm going to have to take the guns and put him away. He's almost dead, but we can't get to him, unfortunately. And that leaves Tweedletime in a weird position. I'm going to have him move over to here since this guy's got a firearm. I'm willing to bet that front door is probably unlockable. If the front door is locked, we're good, because that means they have all this time to come back around, and then they got to deal with us then. Looks like Bud's actually taking some serious damage up front. There we go, that's 1 down. Poor Bud. Bud's always getting himself worked. I don't know. They like Bud for some reason. I can't tell you exactly why. I think they are all coming around the other way, so we should be able to get into a fairly decent firefight. Ooh, I messed up again. I clicked the wrong spot. I gotta get that under control. Alright, so this will allow us to deal with a couple of the guys on the inside while the other ones reroute around the side of the building. It shouldn't take us out of combat, I don't think. Ooh, the dog's already in here. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish this situation off. As little as I want my medic getting bit, I'm going to bring her back over here. They can kick down the door if they want, but I'm going to actually try and fight them in here if at all manageable. Set that as an active. Put him out as kind of like the lamb to the slaughter, just to see if I can get them to aggro him first. The AI seems to favor going after the person that's closest. As I recall, the attack dog has really good evade. They don't hit that hard, but they evade really, really easily, so I guess we're going to have to go Old Yeller out here and handle this thing. I'm going to get him set up right here so that once they come inside the building, he can start firing on them with the rifle. Exactly. And then let's set up over here with her to heal. Just in case. The only guy we got to worry about is the survivalist. And then from right there, why not put a round on the dog? See if we can get it out of the way on this turn. 89 and the dog's down. We'll finish it off real fast. And I'm going to step in front of... that ruins their turn, though. I guess I'll step out to here. Give him a little bit of bait. Like I said, the AI seems to favor going after whoever's closest whenever it can. He should step in now. Oof, 21 damage. Okay. Alright. Well, he may not be going for our ruse. I think he might be staying away from it for right now. Let's get a heal up and in there. I'm going to have to wait and see how this goes. Yeah, because his firing chances are still pretty nil. But from right there, it's not bad. Ooh, come on, man. 85% chance. You're killing me right now. Killing me when you should be killing him. There we go. A little bit of damage on him. They don't have armor, which makes it that much easier, but still, it's not something reliable like I would hope for. I can move him forward by, oh, well, 5, I guess. I'm going to get started on him because I would really, really much rather see him go down on this turn. Oh, he missed. Oh, my God, I'm so happy about that. Oh, he missed twice. I'm double happy about that. Oh, man, that could have gone a lot worse than it did. This guy's going to get his turn now, I think. And who he's going to shoot at, I couldn't tell you. Wow, he's got a lot of HP. That guy's really taking a beating, surprisingly enough. There we go. I know we're going to get some zombie visitors after this, so we'll go ahead and take him out with the riot baton. On this side, I'll get started on him. You guys, I don't think there's any more guns left in the combat, so feel free to, like, watch his back for a second. I don't know what that guy's doing. Basically just wasting his turn, I guess. We'll take an attack from right here. Oh, we're out of AP. Never mind. Alright, we'll take an attack from right here then. 30 points right there on a dizzy foe. 33 more, and there it is. We got another one bites the dust. It does look appetizing. It does look Did I just get pepper sprayed? Good. You stab him back in his... Wow. How do you pepper spray somebody who's wearing a helmet, though? I guess it would work its way through the cracks and the edges. I'm not a big... I don't know. I don't know much about pepper spray. I know it hurts like hell when it gets in your eyes. If you got a helmet on, you would assume that would block it slightly. Keep it from working its way in quite as quickly anyways. Let's go ahead and kill him off. Now that he's dead, we can step forward. Set ourselves up for the next turn. I think this should be our final combatant. There it is. And so now that we've finished our dirty business, the dirty deed of decking and dastardly dashing around and... Oh, there's another one with a shotty. I didn't see him. Okay, so he's a tad more concerning. Let's have everybody fall back real fast. Except for Tweedletime. You get the gun back out, just in case. And then reload real fast, I suppose. Since you're not doing anything else this turn, might as well. And we'll just wait right here. Oh, he snuck in and got the free shot. It's okay. It's just a pipe rifle, though. It's not a big deal. It's seriously just a tube that ignites the shells on the back end. It's not even like a real shotgun. Well, it is a real shotgun. It's like one of those ancient ones, though, from like the 1880s or some shit. Alright, so on this side, I gotta get rid of this firearm quick. And so there it is. Firearm dealt with. We actually didn't pull any zombies in. Oh, there's one right there. I was gonna say, let me finish him off. We're gonna wait for this zombie. I say we made a little bit of a racket. I was assuming that there might be some around somewhere. Oh, good, and she's gonna make noise too. Just to add a few more bells to our overall choir. All right, well, let's get in behind her right there. Have you set your active, and then we'll click a couple times on the front of her. Didn't get the damage that we wanted. I mean, it's 34. It's not too bad. Have you move into position for next turn. On this side, we kind of just have to hope that Tweedletime gets it finished. And he did. You can tell that they're going to kill the mob because they turn. The mob will turn to face you before it dies so that the animation goes off properly or whatever. I don't know. Oh, he's not even full. Okay, well, grab whatever you can then. Couple 9 millis. Clip for the Nina. Don't really need most of this stuff. Oh, we got another Zed coming in. Hold on. Saw him out of the corner of my eye. Add some aluminum to his head plate. There it is. And so down to the ground he goes. I keep hoping that these will be like the final assembly of Zeds running around, but we don't seem to be getting lucky in that regard. We did make a lot of noise, so I guess we'll live with it for right now. You can convert that crowbar. I don't know if you can convert everything into parts or how that works. I suppose I should bring everything back with me from now on just to figure it out. Got 4 shells right there. Hell yeah. Take some of this stuff. Can we fill up? How much does that weigh? 7 pounds for that shotgun? Yeah, it's definitely one of those old ones. Can't fit that in either. Damn. Alright, so take those. You're done. You're out of here. You're fired. We've got 94 pounds left on Tweedletime. So he could probably take that and that. No. Oh, I thought it said 92. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. I'm getting my 4s and my 2s messed up. So that's 0.5. There we go. Guess we'll have her take the firearm. It's good. Okay, so that's looking alright. This armed looter over here, what did he have? A bunch of guns, actually. Surprisingly, he had a lot of firearms on him. He was ready to go. That guy was ready to play Dirty Harry with this whole thing. We may have to make a second run back here. I can't promise that we'll be able to loot everything out with our weight allotment as it is right now. However, in taking all of these things, my goal is to stock up on stuff we can destroy for the recycler. So just keep that in mind if you're wondering why I'm taking all these random parts and stuff now. I had heard through one of the walkthroughs that I had seen online that every now and again I get stuck on stuff. Not like in-game, but I just want to know how like a certain system works. And I check the wikis and things for that. And it had made it clear that later on you can sacrifice some of your excess stuff that's all up in your inventory, and once you have like that excess stuff you can then turn it into parts, and that's a big deal to me. Like getting a lot of parts is kind of a major thing in this game. Please don't block me in here. I prefer not to die a horrible AI ridden death at the hands of my friends blocking me inside of a freezer. Couple of toilet paper rolls right there, nothing to be upset about. It's weird that they didn't come through that door. They could have really put us in a predicament had they tried it. Okay, well I don't care about the lots of nuts. We can just take the sugar, I guess. We'll loot the remainder of this when we come back. There's only a couple of nodes that we haven't hit, but by and large we got a lot of stuff out of this location today, so let's bounce on back. I'm going to try and end this thing up at the shelter so that we can come back out in the next episode and bang it out, see what other things we can accomplish. Or maybe be a little bit... We do have a decibel meter. We probably shouldn't bang it out. We should probably like tiptoe it out. Seems a little bit better. There we go. Just waiting for the button to get lit up. It's 3 o'clock. We're not going to have much time to make it back out after all this. Tomorrow they should finish up the recycler. I should have done it. It takes 12 hours for them to complete things in one day, and I wasn't thinking about it. I left it on the... Wow. Car crashes, ghost towns. Paul. Who the hell is that? The man looks at you, then back at the face of the man in front of him. If you're going to try and rob me, have the decency to let me say goodbye first. Do you need help? No, please, just a moment. Whispering to the dead man. Taking the easy way out again. Looks like you're sleeping without the snoring, huh? I gotta go now, Raph. Love you. I need help burying him. He wasn't bit. He's not gonna come back. Sure, I'll help. I'll get you the other shovel. Appreciate the help. Who was he? Boyfriend. He liked the term partner. I thought it sounded like we were running a law firm. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, not a scratch on me, and he's dead. Guess the car is, too. I've been in arguably worse situations. Of course, there's no calling in an evac this time. Any hostile locals around here? You talk like you're in the military. Used to be 75th Ranger Regiment, 1st Battalion Captain. Honorable discharge. Well, hell, homie. Join my group. We could definitely use a ranger. No joke. We could use someone like you. I'm in charge of a nearby shelter. If it'll help, I'm guessing not everybody there has had the proper training or experience to handle a long-term crisis, and there's really no need for me to keep running now, is there? It's unfortunate. I'm sorry again for your loss. I'm Paul Rainier, and if you could give me a second. Paul faces the fresh grave and stares at it with his head bowed. We can go now. Welcome to the group. Follow me. Alright, well, I thought that was going to be one of those coyote events, but it looks like we got out of it with our group intact, and in fact, better the wear. Usually these things, we end up worse the wear, so that's good. I might swap out Bud now. If we can take the ranger with us, I'd much rather have him along. A ranger's a thing to have. I had a teacher who was well, he wasn't a... No, was he a ranger? I don't remember. He was some kind of special forces. He got an honorable discharge after his eye got put out during a deployment. It was an accident, too. He went to West Point and a whole bunch of other... I've told this story a few times. He was my math teacher. He went to West Point, and his career was all in front of him. He was in the Rangers, and he was doing a bunch of stuff. He was, like, obviously, like, fast-tracked to do important things in the military. And then he got his eye put out in a freak accident, and after that, the military didn't want him anymore. They discharged him, like, the week after it happened. Or, like, after he got discharged from the hospital, they're like, yeah, here's your papers. We can't use you anymore. Thank you for your service. So, I mean, I guess I don't know what to say about that. Stronger man than I'd be really rethinking things in my life if I came across like this is what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like this was the thing that his life goal. He wanted to be a ranger his entire life. He made it, went to West Point and everything else, busted his ass, and then like freak accident, loses his eye, and that's that. I guess he recovered. He's kind of a positive guy. You have to be, I guess, because when you lose everything like that, I guess he didn't lose everything. He still got his family and everything, but when you lose your career like that, the thing that you thought you were going to be doing for the rest of your life, that's pretty intense right there. I mean, that'll send a man into some deep thought. That's what happened to me when I was in the music industry, and that all fell apart on me. It was just like I went through probably a year after that of just like recovery, just like sitting there being upset all the time. What you got for me, Paul? Got yourself a Glock and you got yourself a shovel. Okay. Well, I'd prefer that you take a bat. I don't know what your stats are looking like right now, but we're going to take a look at Paul's stats right this second because he seems like the kind of guy that would be very, very useful to have around. So let's go take a look. Alright, we're back on time. We got 6 hours left on the recycler. What time is it right now? It's 5:46. I think they call it a day pretty soon. So we got Paul. He's got 8 range skill. He's got 4 melee skill, a lot of survival skill, a lot of leadership. So I think Paul is probably going to be our new dude to replace Bud. Bud is kind of like the OG version of Paul. Paul's like a younger version of Bud, so I think I'd rather leave Bud back here if I can from now on. Just because I think, oh, actually his range skill is better. He's better with a long arm. Okay, his survival's not as good though, and everything else is worse. So I think it's Paul's a better chance for us, I think. He's got decent all-around stats, actually. Paul's a nice guy to have around. Hopefully nothing happens to him. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the episode for right now. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Dead State. I look forward to seeing you all in the upcoming episodes. We will be completing this game all the way to the end. I've heard that it just like kind of sandboxes out at the end. I'm not sure. I'll see you all there. Hi-do, everybody.